Hello everybody, and welcome to Blake's Nature Yoga class. I am here today at Crockery Creek Natural Area outside of Nunica. Beautiful place to ground down, be by the river, listen to the sounds of nature and the birds. So, let's use that. Let's go ahead and get centered in. We'll start off lying on our backs. And just opening up our back body to the ground, open to receive what Mother Earth has to offer us. Wiggling in, settling in. Just take this moment to just listen to the sounds of nature, outer nature and also your inner nature, and how they interact together. The flies might try to tickle you, that's okay. They're just saying hi. Breathing in deep, the fresh air, filling up your belly. And now, reach our arms up, taking a full body stretch. Opening up side bodies. Moving here wherever feels natural. Maybe you want to open up the side body, maybe hugging the legs. Becoming that little seed ball, ready to sprout into something new. And we'll send one shoot out, down, low, pressing the heel forward. And switch legs. Sending another shoot out of your little seed pod. Taking a few twists side to side. Dropping the knees over to one side and the other. Maybe extend one leg. As you twist to the side. Yeah. Rock and roll. Feeling like a roly-poly today. Yeah. Good. We'll roll over. Coming over onto hands and knees. And find some cat-cows here. However that may look for you. Maybe take some circles with the ribs. Maybe it's just forward and back. You've done this 100 times maybe by now. You know it feels good. And then while we're outside, we're going to get in touch with our inner cat today. So let's come in and find a neutral spine. Tuck your chin, really feel an extension from your back of your tailbone out to the crown of your head. And we're gonna get a little breath of fire action, start building some heat. And I want you to hiss as you come into cat and really press all that air out. Connecting with our inner cat. Sucking the belly up. And just relaxing back into a neutral spine. And exhale, press. Really pressing the tops of your feet into the ground, gripping the fingertips into the ground. Maybe even the knees lift up a little bit. This is your practice. Take it as intense or as soft as you would like. And then we'll come back to a neutral spine. And we'll lift our paws up. Getting a little bit bigger. Reaching up to the sky. Oh, we're trying to grab that bird out of the sky. Okay. And then, while we're here, do a few more cat cows. Now think of that mice in your life. I want a little mouse that comes to you in the middle of the night, squeaking in your walls, saying, "Wait, wait, wait, I'm still here." Well, we're going hunting. Time to get those mouse. And so in our cat, we'll come back, press back with the chin forward, sink those hips back, or like in between a puppy pose and a child's pose. Stalking your prey. And then when you're ready, we'll pounce forward, taking a big breath in and let out a big old lion's breath. Two more times. Yeah, maybe you got the mouse, maybe you didn't, but that's okay. Keep that mouse in the back of your mind. We'll come back to this later. And so we'll come on down to the ground. From here, palms underneath our shoulders, getting nice and close to the ground, opening up our front body. Of course, you know it coming in to Cobra, connecting with the inner wisdom of the snake. And as we exhale, squeeze the bandhas together, and we'll lift up slowly from there. And release it back down to the ground. One more time. And we'll give it one more. And a full expression. Hugging those elbows into the side. Tucking the chin, making the necklace long. And then we'll come back down. Now we're gonna let our heads hang nice and loose, as if our body is the vine, our head is the melon. And they want to pick up that vine. So to see what's underneath, maybe you need to move the vine, clear some of them weeds out. So let's lift up that vine, see what's underneath. And then when they pick up the vine, pulling it back, and the melon hangs loose as you come into your downward dog. Pedal it out from here. Shake the head. Yes, no. Get really nice nice and soft in your neck. Pressing the hips up towards the sky. Now let's walk it forward. Coming into our forward fold. Shake it out. Take a halfway lift. Fold it back down into the ground. Roll the spine. Sweeping the arms up to the sky. And pulling down the energy of the sky into your heart. Now we'll sweep the arms high. Fold it down. There. And now while we're down here, let's go ahead and plant some green beans. So we'll work in the soil. Feeling your soil, getting it nice and loose. And then we become the pole bean. As we rise up, we'll spiral our wrists, coming up high, climbing to the top of the trellis, and then once we reach the top, we spiral on back down to the ground. Yeah, and we go through another growth cycle, climbing up to the top, spiraling up, and then we reach the top. Come on back down. One more. And then spiral the hands down, just down by your side. This time. Now rock it back and forth a little bit. Pressing the hands back as you come onto the toes, and as the hands come forward and back onto the heels. And then we'll reach our arms up high. And take a twist and open up to the side, looking to the east. And like a sunflower, we'll reach our arms up, looking up towards the sky, and watching the sun arch across to the other side. And it's a weird day today, and the sun's gonna pop up in the west and come on back through the center and go off all the way to the other side. Take a few more sunflowers. And come on back to center. Now let the hands float on down to the side. Let the palms come down, facing down, feeling the energy of the ground, noticing your feet. See if you can evenly distribute all the weight in your feet, lifting the toes up off the ground. Really getting nice and rooted here. Now let's step one leg forward. Now lifting up, coming into our warrior one. Kind of like bumblebee breath, but we're gonna practice around what we can call hummingbird breath today. So we'll take big inhale and a hum on the exhale as we move. So taking a big exhale in, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, come into a back bend. And exhale, straighten the legs and bring the hands together. Inhaling up, back into your warrior one. And we'll open up for our warrior two. And this posture, maybe go ahead, connect with your inner plant. For me, I envision myself as a tomato plant here, standing up nice and upright, but still slightly over from the trellis. And in each of my hands holding two nice big tomatoes. Reverse the warrior. Lifting up, see if there's any more tomatoes hiding underneath. And we'll spiral down, coming down onto the ground, coming into a lunge twist. Maybe feeling like that mint creeping across the ground next to the tomato plant. Sending its roots down as it creeps along the ground. And bring the hand down, coming into a half split. And release back for child's pose. Come on back up. Press back into our downward dog. And walk. Float. Up. Take a halfway lift. And fold it back down to the ground. Loosen it up. And rising up. And drawing down the sky once again into our heart. And we'll take that warrior sequence onto the left side. Coming into a warrior one. And connecting with our inner hummingbird. Hands come up, float on down. One more time. 2 or tomato plant pose, holding those big tomatoes. And trekking underneath, reaching up high. And then taking that lunge twist down to the ground. Hands come down together, come into that half splits. Pulling that right hip forward, squaring up the hips. Keeping the foot nice and flexed and engaged here. And then bring the foot back. And we will pass back into our child's pose. Good. And come on up to standing. Maybe flow through a downward dog. You want to take a vinyasa real quick. Wiggle it out. Inhale and halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweeping it up. Good. What good would be some nature yoga without connecting with our inner tree? So let's come back to that standing mountain position. Hands down, feet down. Lift your toes and lift the arches up. And that same feeling as you lift your arches up and relax and release. Find that in your palms, spreading your fingers wide. Maybe kind of like your cat paws, sucking up energy and release. You're real grounded here. And then when you're ready, come into your tree, whether that's just right here. You're at the knee, below the knee, above the knee, but of course, never on the knee. And bring our hands back down, connecting, get really rooted down here. Once you feel that foot nice and stable and grounded, we'll begin to draw some water up from the ground through our trunk and then back down. Sending back down the breath as we exhale. Inhaling water up. And exhaling the carbon back down into the ground. Inhaling water up. This time, maybe pressing it out. Connecting with the sunshine, with the fire. Your arms can be wherever you want, but still stay rooted, fluid, full of breath and full of light. Chin up high. And press down as we release our foot to the ground. Yeah, shake it out. Get a little bit of happy feet here. And then we will come to tree on the other side. Grounding those feet down. Palms face down, just right about where your hips are at. Sucking those arches up, sucking the palms up, and releasing. And when you're ready, we'll sink our weight into that right foot. And slowly bring up the foot, whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe it comes above the knee. And then palms face the ground. And see if you can square those hips up. Sometimes, trees, can be a little cockeyed. Let's see what it's like to square that trunk up so it's one nice long line of energy from your foot to the crown. Oh, once you feel nice and grounded, rooted in your foot, draw the water up and exhale, send the breath down. And when you're ready, draw the water up and grow your tree. See if we can find that strength, solidness, while maintaining the softness and fluidity, all in one. Reach up tall. And set the foot back down. Press the energy back down into the ground as you exhale. Alright, take our feet wide, deepening our roots into the soil. Now we're going to imagine the soil has come up to our waist, and our legs have now become the roots, and they have spread out. Maybe wiggle your toes a little bit, grounding the pinky toes, driving the whole feet down into the ground. Let's bring our hands back to that position right in front of our waist. Go ahead, pack that dirt all around you, so it's nice and solid. And your roots, knees can be slightly bent, maybe straight, but not overextended. And so as we drive roots in, we'll take some body rotations. But before we do that, I want you to squeeze your legs together and release. As you exhale, squeeze everything to center and release. Squeeze. Now with those legs staying firm, let's take our torso rotations and just moving the body. The trees blowing in the wind, but the roots, the foundation stays strong. Take some side stretches as the wind blows through our branches. Arms up high, and then opening up. And the wind settled down, and we settled back into our center. Now let everything soften. Relax. Feeling nice and light and still. Back down. And shake it out. How much time we got here left? 32 minutes. Okay, well, I'm gonna go a few minutes over. I want to show you guys this one practice. Leave you this one practice of Angi Sara. It's a form of breath of fire. Something I found very useful when I need to boost up my energy, boost up my drive, boost up my confidence. And I feel it's a great practice, for all of us as we going into the summer, ready to take on whatever projects we're going into. So if you remember, we're coming back to that cat for a moment and take a few more of those cat hisses. And sucking the belly up. So that's our Uddiyana Bandha, sucking the belly in, pressing into the back body. And then come on up to a star, unfold up to a standing position. And then we'll squeeze our legs together, right here. That is the horizontal way of engaging our root lock, our Mula Bandha. And we can also come into a pyramid posture here and squeeze. And as that squeezes, it really squares up those hips and stabilizes that root lock. And that's our vertical axis of the root lock. Oh, it's on one of those planes. And then we'll come on to the other side, going into pyramid and just squeezing, scissoring those legs together. Good. And now we'll come into the practice of Angi Sara. And so we'll drop down onto our hands and knees, get really nice and relaxed in the shoulders. We want the whole upper body to stay relaxed. We're just engaging everything up until the upper belly. So begin. So as you exhale, and also, ladies, remember if this is that time of the month, go very easy or avoid this practice altogether. Any kind of bando work, but you know your body is better, way better than I do. So it's up to you. Anyways, so the hands come on down, sink down into those shoulders, nice and relaxed, and then we'll begin taking some of those cats as we exhale. And then inhale, come back to center, relaxation. Now, before you take that, squeeze those legs together. So you squeeze the legs together, and then you come into that cat. And then relax on the inhale. Eventually, the more you practice this, you'll make this one fluid squeeze of energy, starting in the feet, coming up the legs, through the legs, into the root lock, into the lower belly, upper abdomen. And as you inhale, releasing upper abdomen, lower abdomen, roots, inner thighs, calves, feet. And again, this can be as small or as big and expressive as you would like. Maybe you come up into one axis. One foot at a time. It's also fun. Come up into a tree. And then lastly, we'll work on our Uddiyana Bandha. So as you exhale, exhale everything all out. Engage the throat lock. Exhale, hold your breath out, and suck that belly up into your stomach. Yeah, release when you're ready. Continue to take a few arm circles. Just soothing the energy that you've created. And we'll end here in a standing meditative posture. And the feet come a little bit wider. Hands in front of the belly, fingertips almost touching. Thumbs will be about belly button height. Armpits nice and open, but relaxed. And just sit here and breathe in this posture. Feeling the energy that we've created. And when that feels complete for you, we'll go ahead and end our practice here. But I'll shut off the video here, and you can stay in this posture as long as you like. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.